I am now going to share with you an opinion that's becoming mainstream. And then I'm going to share with you my own nuanced take on it because nuance is lacking. Here we go.
If you don't give the migrants prostitutes, they'll just rape you. How very Jewish. Former conservative minister Edwina Curry, Jewish born and raised Orthodox Ashkenazi, is now floating the idea of setting up brothels next to asylum centers so the foreign men have somewhere to stick it. I checked her background. Orthodox Jewish family. Ashkenazi. Of course, she has the same energy as the Jewish grandmother who helped run one of the early porn theaters in New York. Same instinct. This is the pattern. Ashkenazi Jews have a long documented history of facilitating the vice trades. During American Prohibition, they were heavily involved in bootlegging networks that kept the alcohol flowing when it was illegal. Same people, same instincts. Control the supply of what society pretends to ban, then profit from the demand. Porn, prostitution, liquor, now managed migrant sex, so the men don't rape. Always the same solution. Open the floodgates and then manage the consequences with more degradation. The migrants are the problem. People like Curry, who treat organized prostitution as the answer to imported sexual violence, are also the problem. They subvert. They normalize. They offer the same soft, corrosive fix every time. Stop bringing in the sexually violent men and stop listening to the people who respond to that violence by recommending brothels. Characters like her make it very easy to understand how Hitler came to power and why large numbers of people eventually decided they had seen enough. The pattern of subversion is never subtle.
So, the Kennedys made all their money during Prohibition. I don't really have a problem with that. I think that governments are simply the most successful mafias, and that they only allow other mafia organizations to negotiate with minimum loss of life. So the Jews like to function as their own mafia coalition, and they seem to be pretty good at it. And they definitely seem to have used their control of the banks to split up other ethnic organizations over the course of the 20th century. But I mean, that's not all she wrote, folks. But also, though, like, who cares? So, it is weird. So, it's really weird that this Ashkenazi Jewish woman, like, I really wish that. I admire so much about Jewish culture that I really wish they would just stop advocating for absolute. But I mean, obviously, like, you're going to have more very vocal, incredibly stupid Jews than any other group, because the Jews are simply so successful that they can elevate their least successful members to positions that they should never have been in, ever. No one should have ever listened to them. They can just put them there. So you get a lot of people who would be better off in the mailroom sharing opinions from the Jewish community simply because the Jews are really successful overall. So their ability to succeed has enabled them to succeed in spite of some rather undiscerning ideas. And I know this sounds like a backhanded compliment. This isn't going to be a short video, so I'll get into it. This isn't meant to just be a backhanded compliment. I'm just saying that there's plenty of really, really, really stupid white people out there with equally stupid opinions. But you don't hear them as often as you hear the really stupid Jewish opinions. And that gives you, I mean, not in the news. You hear it like when you talk to people, but you don't hear it in the news as often because white people are just, and other races are just way less effective at getting their opinions on the news than Jews are. So you just hear a lot more stupid Jewish opinions. And that gives people the impression that the Jews are trying to destroy society, which I don't think that they are. Like, I think that this woman's just a complete moron, and that the rest of her Jewish community simply just tolerates her being like this. And now we all think that there's a Jewish conspiracy, but in reality, if she was white, she'd just be a crack whore, and no one would ever listen to her. But no one's talking about like there being like a white crack whore conspiracy. Because it's just like white crack whores become crack whores, whereas Jewish crack whores go on the news and talk about opening migrant brothels. They're way more successful as crack whores, you know? Like, they're really good at it. We got to get better, man, you know? Like, honestly, that's all I'm seeing is we got to get better. And at the end of the day, if you're an Ashkenazi Jewish person watching this, psychedelics, man, I mean, those skills you got, those are skills. Those are some fucking skills, dog. You know it, I know it. They're skills. You gotta be seriously skilled to make opinions that stupid successful. Like, you have to be like the Bruce Lee of just getting whatever the fuck through, you know? So, fundamentally, I think that me and some Ashkenazi Jews should probably team up and make psychedelics legal because, or at least profit from them tremendously. They're probably already doing that, whatever. I guess they just didn't invite me. It's alright. If you guys want to consult me, I'm down to consult. These powers can be used for good. Does no one see that? I see that. I see you, smart Ashkenazi Jewish boys. Use these powers for good. I don't want a second Nazi Germany or a second Hitler or any of this stuff. It's weird. It's distasteful. It's like coping. It's just like a skill issue. But yeah, that's my take on this.